that. Did my camera go out again? There. Let me get this back. Can you guys hear me? Because I'm going to shut my camera off because it's for some reason it's just dragging right now. I'm not even going to try to use it. But if you can hear me, that's okay. We don't need the camera. If you can hear me, we're good. Can you guys hear me? All right. Can you hear me now? All right. I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, let me try to move to the next thing here. So as we were saying, we're doing pretty good. Shut up. You're going to go outside if you keep this up. You want to go outside? You don't seem to be real happy right now. You don't seem to be happy. What's the matter with you? So, like I said, when we get to a point where we are comfortable with the website that we have and everything like that, then we can move into using FeedSpot, which will be good because then we would get a steady stream of people. And like I said, if other people want to share things, if you have that gift of writing, or people might, want to share something, then we'd have a platform to do that. And if you did, well, that's one thing that we're trying to finalize. I don't know 100% if I really like the website that we have now or not. I don't know. I haven't had enough time on it. It doesn't seem like it's drawing anybody to it. I don't like this background. Let me change this out. I do not like it. Well, now we're stuck again. All right. I don't know, man. Everything is just weird to me tonight. So, you guys still hearing me or what? Are we still? I can't even. I mean, it feels like we're. I feel like it's not working tonight. I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, um, wow, totally, totally weird. Would you stop? This dog's driving me nuts. It's raining out. I'd let him outside. Pouring out rain here. I had some thunderstorms earlier. Yeah. Yeah. Um, One of the things that I was thinking about is we have a pretty good amount of people coming from the different places that we're syncing up with on Sundays. And I'm going to test out this week before Sunday. I want to make sure that Restream is what I've been using lately is working okay, because that's been our biggest blessing. And we're starting to build an audience on that. And you got to remember we're hitting about 4 or 5 different spots. And the great thing about it is because we're using Restream, it's not taking up a lot of bandwidth to do it because we're using YouTube Live. And so it just basically works on every location. It's working fine. But the biggest thing is making sure that everything works. So that's what I'm going to be doing between now and uh, Sunday. Tomorrow night, God willing, we can get on. I can get on Missoula on mobile. It works just fine, and so I can run my cam and everything on there. And I found that there is it's not a mobile app, but it's a mobile. It does. I don't know what you would call it. It puts it on your phone like an app, so it like saves it to your home screen. I found a button on there that does it. And then you can also get it on your desktop same way, so that you always have Mozilla popping up when you want it. And we like it. It's a good site. It has a lot, it has people, and we're getting the people. It doesn't seem to, it's one of those sites where you have to, the more people that are on it, the more people you get. Kind of like any site, really. If you're just nobody there, they're not going to come in, right? Unless they're just trolling us or whatever, which we do get that. But tomorrow night, we're going to go on there at 9 o'clock. And when we go on there tomorrow night, the more of us that can come on there, the better. And if you want to come on there and you'd like to help us out and just support it, um, I'll put a link up to you guys Game War, you already know it. Discord. Um, Discord. Diligent Caleb. Diligent Caleb. Discord. Sorry, buddy. You already know it. But for like Andrew and Butler and anybody else, I'll give you the link. And if you want to come there tomorrow night at 9, whatever, it'll be fun. The first night we went on there, we had a bunch of Palestinian protesters come in and argue with us. I argued with them for, I wouldn't say argue, it was more of a debate about Israel. My dog's just roaming around on his own out there. But anyway, if we can get that going, that'd be great. And we actually have 4 people now. I have 4 people from there that are, I think they're Christians, and they just sort of were. Yeah, man, that dog drives me nuts. But anyway, it's going to be a fun night, I think, tomorrow night, because I think we're going to see more and more interactions with people. And now there's some real bad rank. If you go, I don't even go into the main lobby, but I've seen some posts in there, and it's, I mean, they're not Christians, but that's okay. That's who we're trying to reach. So you got to put up with the bad language. You got to put up with the bad stuff, but they're not. We've already seen God kind of turn people a little bit. At first, this one girl kept coming in and doing the 666 thing, and I just posted 777 in response to 666. But now she comes in and she's like, how you doing, Pastor Tim? So she's already turned a little bit, in her nonsense. But there's a lot of stuff on there that, I wouldn't want a novice to go in there or some new Christian. But for us old grizzly bears, we've been around the block a few times. It won't bother us because I don't even go into the main room. I just go into our room. It's what I did on Wire Club. But, we do need to get on Wire Club and go in the religion room, and group of us go in there and set up and get people coming. We could actually, if we worked at Wire Club like we did before, I think we could have 100 people in there in a month. There's people on there, and they're drawn to what we're doing. We're the old dinosaurs of, I can't believe that site is still going. It's like, every time I go in there, it's like that show Land of the Lost, where they go back in time and there's dinosaurs. I keep thinking I'm going back in time, man. It's like, there's no video or audio, and people are just, all they want to do is, text chat, and they all know the emojis, and I don't even remember the emojis anymore. Right, it's like going back to typewriter days. But I've been looking at something. I wasn't even going to mention it because you know how that is. Just because I look at something doesn't mean I'm ready to present it. But I did find something today. It's something that I've seen before. I was looking for something else and it popped up again in my radar. But it's this thing. It's where you can create your own app, but it's not like on the app stores. But it gives you a URL that you can use on anything, desktop. But it does create an icon like a mobile app, and it works and functions like a mobile app. But the cool thing is you can use it on your desktop, and you can get an icon for your desktop. But it's like your own branded app, so it allows you to do messaging, texting. Basically, you can do anything with it. It's a blank canvas. You can add things to it through HTML, which is great because then you can add anything, chat room, whatever. But it has the push notifications. It has everything, you know. And then I found like this resource. It's a virtual classroom type room, but it's a permanent room where you can video and audio chat other people. We never have it usually anybody that video chats or audio chats, but we have had that in the past, but we haven't recently. But you could have as many people in there as you want, but you could do all kinds of things like share your screen, and that's something that you could embed into the app. So you could have video chat, audio chat, everything. But the thing is, you could have your blogs. So all those things that we've been talking about, you know, stuff that we could send out to FeedSpot or whatever and get. I think it's a little bit better of an idea to have everything in one app and make it like an app. The thing about the Wix site, this is why I haven't pushed it as much, is because I'm not 100% sold on the idea of it. Only because the way that it's just set up, to me, it's a little disjointed. And, you know, I want something that's more like Circle, you know, like Circle was, where you had everything in one app. That was ideal, you know, ideal for what we wanted to do, you know. And this app is more like a Circle app because it would have all of that, and because you could add things with the HTML, you just don't have to spend a lot of money on the app to make it work the way you want, you know, especially if you could add the video and audio chat. That would be a game changer. If it works on mobile and all that, I'd have to find out, you know, obviously. But I did find out there's some ways that you can embed things. I have learned a little bit about the mobile app world of video, and it's possible to do it. Not that hard with some code. Luckily for me, I don't have to know how to code as long as I can snippet. A snippet sounds like something you'd say. A snippet. Anyway, it's been a long journey. It's been a long, long journey to get to where we're at today. Well, we lost. Did we lose some people? It looks like we lost a couple people. Did we lose Butler? Did we lose Andrew? Okay, well, that's all right. Well, yeah. So we need to get Andrew up and running on the bots. He's motivated. He wants to do it, and I think we can probably get him helping out with the bots and stuff like that. So maybe we can still schedule a time this week or whatever, and I'll, you know, see if Dalen wants to be a part of that too. He seemed like he wanted to help, so we could use the help right now. I don't want to get too crazy with the bots, but I think, you know, if we can find another bot to generate new people, I think that would be awesome. But as long as we're doing what we're doing and outreach and all of that, we're going to get people. And we've already had two people. You know, Crown, remember Crown from Mozilla? He joined Discord, and so did Lila. I think her name was Lila or whatever. She joined as well. And that, I mean, that's amazing to me. You know, we actually went out on a new site and we've gained people. I mean, that's a victory for us in the Lord. I mean, it is a victory. In the midst of having all kinds of technical problems, of course, the technical problems come right when we start growing, you know, right on cue. The enemy right on cue. But the enemy can't stop us because we're not going to let it. I found that I can go on mobile. I did restream from mobile. It worked fine. We actually did really well Sunday night. We had got a new person on Wire Club that wants me to, begging me to come on there and do ministry. It's not very often I get that. So I was kind of like, oh, thank God we got somebody that is hungry for the Lord, hungry for the, not saying you guys aren't. I'm just saying in general, it's good to have people. But she knew me from the past, and I don't know who she was. I don't remember her. So I didn't want to say, I don't remember you, so I just kind of went along with it. Like, oh, yeah, we got a website now, blah, blah. But I feel like she was somebody that she might have changed her name or something. I might have known her from the past, but I knew a lot of people. I mean, literally thousands of people went through that chat in the 5 years I was on there. So it's possible that I don't remember everybody. I don't remember everybody. But anyway, it was nice to have that. And then Dan's been involved in it, and Goldie, and so, but that's just one platform. Then we've got Mozilla, we got Facebook that's starting to grow. I mean, things are happening. We got the follow up. We're going to start doing a better job of that because that's where we're weak right now. Reaching out to new people is going to be a big help. And we've got people now that are, it's happening. Amen. We've got people now that are wanting to help with the follow up. And that will bring us more success. And as we follow up with people, we find out, where they're at spiritually. We find out if they have prayer needs. And we've got people that Andrew wants to do that. He's fired up about it. I think Butler has said he would help on Wire Club. We want to get Discord going in the right direction. And no matter what we use, if I decide to test out that app and show you guys and whatever, it doesn't mean Discord goes away. I mean, we could link Discord. The great thing is there's buttons and stuff that you can make on this app, and so you could put a button for Discord. There's a lot of things we can do. We could put a chat room in there. It might not be the best. I think we can do pretty good. Vonage has a little thing where you can add code, but I don't know how that works. Mobile is a whole different animal when it comes to video chatting. It is. But the great thing about Vonage, it's weird to me when I think of Vonage, I think of the old phone company that was like a landline. And then they moved into technology, and now they're doing, video conferencing. But Vonage has this great app that works on mobile and on desktop. And it's really easy. Once you learn how to get the code, then you just put it in your website and it works. It's a little bit of a thing where the basics of it is you'll get a video like this and you'll hear and see. The chat would be there is a chat that you can get with it, or you can use a chat system that's in the app. But if you add like screen share, like what we have on here, it's a little more involved, and you got to know what you're doing. But you could get somebody to do it, and then you would have a full-fledged app with the chat and everything. It would be a pretty decent app, and it wouldn't be a lot of money, and it would work. I've seen it. I looked at examples of other people that are using these apps, and people are using it for all different kind of things, like a gym, online gym or exercise class. They're using it for courses. Students, schools are using it. Businesses use it. It's a pretty decent from what I've seen, it's been around about 4 years. They've kept upgrading it and upgrading it. I looked at all the upgrades they've done in the last 2 years. I mean, I look at things. I don't just go, oh, let's go try that out. You know, I know sometimes things don't work, but that's not my fault or our fault. It's just, you know, like with Circle, we didn't know when we got into Circle that all of a sudden the mobile app was going to be a hunk of junk. We didn't know that. And they're probably going to fix it. I can't imagine they're going to let that go. But like I said before, they probably got sites that have a million people, and those sites are the ones that are getting their mobile apps fixed. The sites that have 10 people like us, John, we're down at the bottom of the totem pole. You know what I mean? And so they're not going to, you know, because they don't have enough help and all that. But I bet you 6 months from now, if we revisit Circle, I almost guarantee you they're going to have an app. It's going to look totally different than what they have now, and it's going to work. Because that was the worst mobile app structure I've ever seen. It looked terrible. It's like Mickey Mouse created it. If Mickey Mouse was going to create a mobile app, that's what he would have created. Yeah, I know what you mean. It wasn't that good. So I'm looking at it. I got to get into it and see. You know, I can actually. It's kind of cool. You can build it on your desktop, but it shows it like a mobile app, and you can see it in real time as you add things to it. So you're building it as you go, and you're seeing it, and you can add all kinds of things to it. But you know, I want to see how it looks, and if there's a way that you can do like. I mean, there's tons of chats that you can get. Um, there's one I know that would work called Minute Chat. I've used it a gazillion times on sites, and it has where you can do Giphy files and memes and stuff. And it's just, but it doesn't have video and audio. But if you had that chat in there, and then you added the video audio chat room, then you would have pretty much what you have here. But it would be, well, the way it would work on the phone is you would have say the top here would be the audio video chat, then below it would be the Giphy chat type thing. So that's how it would work. But on desktop, I don't know how it would work. But anyway, it could work. Wow, you just got home from work? I guess it is about what, 7 o'clock there? Oh, you had a doctor appointment. How you been doing, by the way? I haven't asked you that in a while. Like, how's your? Did you ever get rid of those stones? I mean, look, I should have been asking you that like a long time ago, but you haven't mentioned it, so I figured maybe you did. Allergies, yeah, those are bad this time of year. Oh, I remember now. You did the surgery, and then that fixed it, and you recovered, right? Oh, that's good. So anyway, so tomorrow night we'll do Missoula. Sounds Italian, doesn't it? Mastacholi. I don't know. It just sounds Italian to me. Missoula. Yeah, it does. It sounds Italian. I don't know. I've been talking to my dog like, my boy, there's my boy, capiche, like the gangster. It's my boy over here. He's my boy. He's a good boy. Like I love that. I used to watch some of those old gangster shows, and I swear that's how they talk. Yeah, right. Forget about it. Forget about it. Yeah, but that's exactly how they talk. Forget about it. He's over there eating a bone. It's my boy. He's a good boy. Yeah. It's funny. Sometimes I get in like those moods where I'll think about a show and I'll just in my mind I'm imitating it or I'm thinking about it and because I can if I hear something like on TV I can nail the imitations but I have to hear it. But if I watch one of those movies and for like a half hour afterwards I'm just constantly doing it, it's kind of annoying. I like to imitate stuff. I used to be able to do a really good Canadian when I watched a lot of hockey and stuff. It's real subtle, but if you ever heard like a hockey player or somebody from Canada, they always say like they don't say about, they say a boot, a boot, a boot, or there's just different ways that they say things. And if I hear them talk, then if I can sit there and do it, it's hilarious because they do have an interesting way of pronouncing things. They say hockey, not hockey. They say hockey. The hockey up here is just incredible. There's something like that. I'd have to hear it. I can't just do it like off the cuff, but yeah, he was having trouble. I think when I was going in and out, and he just texted me and said it was Discord was being weird tonight, and I said, yeah, but I think it's fixed now. I think we've had about a half hour where we haven't had any capiche. Anyway, well, I think we got to get ourselves back to our team together where we've done pretty good the last couple of weeks. We're starting to get a good thing going here. So let's keep it going and hopefully we can just move into something where we have a more permanent idea of what we're doing with the website. That's always a sticking point is the website. I've never seen anybody have. I think it's because we have particular needs that most people don't have. Like we want to add video and audio chat. Well, most people don't do that. They just have a website that has information on it, and people come there and they read it and whatever. Capiche? You know what I'm saying? Eh. But we have to have video and audio and all that because that's what we want. We want to be able to come onto our own website and communicate and have that ability to do that. So it makes it a little more difficult, but I feel a lot better when I know we have something that we can roll out with confidence. Like I said, the Wix, I like it. I think it's great that it works with Discord, and it could be fine. But it's still, to me, a little bit of a disjointed site. If you can't have the video and audio automatically popping up in your website. I don't mind sending people to Discord, but I would rather have the audio and video chat already working on our own website and then adding Discord as an option for like an outreach option for growing and having, but then having the ability to text each other on our own app again, like Circle was. That was convenient. That was nice, you know. But this is a mobile first kind of a thing, so it would work on mobile, no problem. Well, I would hope if you're building something on a mobile infrastructure, it better work. All right, well, I guess that's it for tonight. You know what I'm saying? Bada boom, bada bing. Now you got. I gotta get out of that mode, boy. I gotta get out of that. It's just Missoula. You know what I mean? Missoula. It sounds like Master Choli. Yeah. That's my boy. My boy. My boy. You betrayed me. Oh, boy. All right, man. Well, you guys have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow. Blessings.